Yeah, I don't know if this would be my weapon of choice if someone broke into my apartment.
I mean,
Like,
you have a chair.
yeah, I got a chair. I got a big like crowbar thing that is used for like working out. Like it's one of those like gorilla bow things, but it's just like a metal like rod.
I only do the running away kind of working out. I don't think.
Oh, okay. Is that something you worry about whenever you pick something up? You're like, yeah, I can hit somebody with this. I think it like the scale of how much it would hurt.
I feel like I wouldn't hit anyone with something.
Yeah.
I just don't want to. The other day we were standing outside Eastville and a guy had a pipe.
A pipe?
Yeah, and he was pretty out of it. He seemed like he was on something not fun. And then he like went up to it was a group of comics like hanging after a writer show.
Yeah.
And he went up to this group of like kind of skinny comics, was like getting in their face and like kind of doing a thing.
Right.
And then he thought he heard something. He turned back to me, Ryder, and like the comedy Fight Club Matt.
Yeah, Matt Mayer.
Yeah. And he was like kind of getting in like Ryder and Matt's face. But it's like he left the easy
the
people.
The two biggest guys?
Yeah, he mentioned them. And like this, because Ryder I don't think would love to fight.
No, he's a
enough,
gentleman.
He could take a hit while Matt like beat the shit out of the guy. Like together, I think they could. And Lynette was somewhere. Like I was like, you don't want to do that. Then he just started throwing up and walked away.
Wow, that's fun.
Yeah.
Eastville really moving up in neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Not sure why they decided to go to Brooklyn, but here we are. No, yeah, I don't. I think Ryder. Yeah, he would fight somebody if he had to, but I don't think he's ever looking for a fight. He's too, he's too chill.
Yeah. But also, I didn't think he could beat me in a race, so he was...
That's right.
I've been challenging him to rematches, but not telling him when they are, so I just start running.
Does it work?
It worked the other day because we were crossing the street.
Does he ever start running, or does he just start yelling?
I'm
not racing.
No, he started running. I beat him then, but I don't know. I think I'm just
I don't think we've actually talked about that on the podcast because it was. So Chris Ryder's been on this thing like a million times, and it was like a debate for close to a year.
I think
which one of you guys would win in a race down McDougal Street?
Last time I did this podcast, I think it was before the race.
Yeah.
And I talked a lot of shit. Like a lot. Because I was so sure I'd win.
Yeah. You did not.
No.
It wasn't even close. To be fair,
I also forfeited halfway through.
You did, yeah.
I gave up.
But it wasn't like you guys were neck and neck and then you peeled off. It was like, oh boy, this is and if it makes you feel any better, Graham completely torched him down
That's so funny.
On the beach, which is just like, I mean, that makes sense too because he's so tall and skinny.
Yeah.
But Graham and I have been running, we've been using like the Nike Run app to try and beat each other in miles or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think he's a fast sprinter, but he runs 10-minute miles. And I'm like, you weigh 60 pounds. How can you not get going faster than that? I am at least 60 to 80 pounds heavier than Graham.
To be fair, if I'm going to do 3 miles, I will slow down. I'll do a 9:30.
Sure. That's intentional.
I get tired. I'm so lazy.
I know.
I used to be fast. I used to be able to run a 7:20 not fast. Fast for me and the level I was putting in.
Yeah, that's pretty fast.
But I could do a 7:20 and I don't think I can do that.
That's got to be at least top 95th percentile for late 20s, especially if we're including the people from where we're from.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody in Michigan who can run a 7:20 mile.
It's not a lot of fast people in Indiana.
No.
You got fast cars and slow women.
Is that really a saying? Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
That should be on a poster. I mean, does it have anything to do with the diets of the people in Indiana? Because Michigan, for sure. The snacking, the Culvers, literally every food is a casserole and just has like an enormous amount of fat in it.
Yeah, like have you had Frito pie?
Yes. I love Frito pie.
Frito pie is just Fritos and chili but in the bag of Fritos. You just put it in the bag of Fritos and then cheese on top of that.
Yep.
It's so vile.
It's like deep fried nachos, kinda.
When I was younger, one of my friends, we were at like a horse state fair thing, and she got one, and then she got a second one, and we were like, that's weird, and then she was pregnant.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's the only way you can eat 2 Frito pies.
I mean, I don't know, I've eaten probably 2, maybe 3.
You were pregnant?
What? I still am. That was never my go-to. Like, did you grow up going to the carnival? Because that I think has the best food, hands at like an elephant ear.
I was a big funnel cake person. Love a good funnel cake.
Yeah, excellent. So so of all the places in the Midwest, where are you finding the best food? Well, so let me actually ask first. Are you just a snack person, or are you a junk food in general type of person?
I do really like junk food, but I also just like small amounts of many things. Like, you know how in New York you can go to like hot food bars?
Yes.
I like that because I can get like 20 different things all together.
Gotcha.
So
it's like
it's
2
like
heads of broccoli, 1 chicken, like...
No.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese. Buffalo mac and cheese.
Oh, nice.
I feel like if you're gonna go there, you gotta get broccoli at them. Oh, I like to get sushi there, but that's gross.
Yeah. I've told a couple people about the sushi, the bodega that we would go to get sushi after the shows, and they're horrified that we paid $3 for like a lot of sushi.
That was a good snack.
That
was delicious.
See, that's okay. That's the issue right there, is that you considered it a snack.
Yeah.
It was a whole meal that we would eat at like 11:30 p.m.
Nope, if it's after 10, it's a snack.
Is that the rule? I've never heard that before.
I'm not sure if I live by it, but I think I'm going to stick to it.
Okay.
It's after 10,
All right.
it's a snack.
All right, so back to, so junk food in general.
Yes.
Going back to the Midwest.
Yes.
What are you getting?
Here's the thing. Like, I feel like where I lived in Indiana, there wasn't a lot of like regional foods. Like, there was a lot of fast food. I feel like that's the Midwest, though. Like, there's fair food. And if you go to cities, there's like, this is our city food.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always like, Detroit is like, oh, hot dogs. And you're like, oh, I don't know. But I feel like most of my snacking was like the 7-Eleven.
Oh.
Like, I'm a big bag of chips person.
Okay.
Because I need to try all of the chip flavors.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's
well,
very
we're gonna get into that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, before that, I lived in Pennsylvania, and there's this place in State College called the Creamery.
Yes.
I've
been there.
Famous ice cream place.
Yeah.
That was a good snack.
Okay. Ice cream is not a snack.
No, it's a snack.
What is... Hold on. Okay, we need to set down some definitions first. What is a meal versus a snack versus a dessert in your mind?
I think it's anything that's not a meal is a snack.
So there's no such thing as a dessert?
Well, I think a dessert is like tied to dinner thematically.
Okay. So
like,
it has to be directly after the meal.
Yeah, you have intention.
So then how long until eating something again becomes a snack?
I think you just have to be on a trajectory. So like if you eat dinner and then you hang out and then you leave immediately to walk to the ice cream store and it takes an hour to get to the ice cream store, but you're still going to the ice cream store, I think that's still dessert.
You're really committed to that ice cream store if it took an hour. Okay. All right. I feel that. So then, like, let's say you get the ice cream and you eat it, and then 20 minutes later you get a bag of chips. Is that continued dessert or is that a snack?
No, that'd be madness. That's a snack. But if you dip the chips in the ice cream,
right.
That's dessert.
Interesting. This is all very important. We're breaking very important new ground on this podcast.
This is what people need.
It is. Okay. So your go-to snack.
Yes.
Chips.
Love chips.
How do we rank the brands? Even before we get into the flavors.
Well, if I'm like fancy, if I'm feeling fancy, I like the kettle chips.
Yeah, those are.
But that's if I'm gonna eat like a whole bag of chips. And a lot of the time I only eat half a bag of chips.
How big is the bag?
Like a
Like with a 2 ounce?
Yeah, like the single serving bags that aren't single serving.
Interesting.
The ones that are actually like 2 servings.
Okay, I agree with that.
But sometimes I just want some chips.
Yes.
Because usually I eat all the folded ones and then I decide if I want the rest of them.
The folded ones?
Yes.
Like the ones that have like folded over on top of themselves?
Yes.
Those are the best ones.
They're much better.
I know.
And so if you don't want to eat all the
They
chips.
got the flavor.
Yeah.
So you like hunt through the bag.
Oh, I thought of another snack I like. We can come
Yes.
back. Yes, I do hunt through the bag for the folded chips. Also, the chips at the bottom are the best, but you can't. If you're in public,
Yes.
you can't like try to get the bottom chips.
Yeah. So I actually have a beef with those kettle chips. I think they're great. However, I don't know how they were able to convince all of these places in New York that they are healthy.
Yeah.
Because you go to a bodega and all they have is the kettle chips and they're like, oh, it's healthier. It's 100% not healthier.
I think
Or
it's
like
just...
any health food store. It's the only chip that they sell. And I'm like, I kind of just want some cheddar ruffles.
Yeah,
Like,
I
what's
think it's
so-
just like gentrification. It's just a signaling of like, listen, we have the sophisticated chip brands. Because I do feel like those are the chips I like if I'm going to use a bowl.
Ah, very interesting.
But if I'm going straight out of the bag, I'm a Lay's chip person.
How often are you going to the bowl? See, now we're getting into the presentation of the snack.
Incredibly, just seldom. Very rarely.
I was gonna say,
Almost never.
How often are you entertaining where chips are the centerpiece, need to be in a bowl?
I feel like at the beginning of the pandemic, I tried to use a lot of bowls. Because I thought it was like portion control and like, because you like put out your serving and then you like eat your serving and then you feel good because it was like all, but that didn't, I was like, no, I'll get more chips. So I stopped doing it.
Did your snacking go down over the pandemic? Because mine definitely did. It's because I just didn't leave my apartment as much. So it's like, in New York, you don't really buy anything in bulk. Like I rarely will buy like a big bag of chips.
Yeah.
That I like have to, roll up and clip and save for later.
And also I don't really have self-control. If I have a big bag of chips,
I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah, I'll eat all of them.
Yeah.
I'll eat them all.
Well, okay, so let me rephrase. When I was at my parents' during the pandemic, I ate all of the snacks at all times.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing I could do down there. When I came back, it got a little bit better. And I was actually talking with my family about this. Like, when your friends come to visit, are they just shocked at how many snacks and desserts and like everything you could buy at all times everywhere?
I honestly don't talk that much to my friends from back home. I had kind of like a clean break. Like I talk to them when I go back home.
Gotcha.
And here I don't talk to them so much.
Okay. I still want your thought on this theory. Every time that my friends have come to visit, all of them independently have been like, if I lived here, I would be so fat.
Which is so funny because they come from like the fat places.
I know.
It's because you don't move in the Midwest. It's so hard. Like you never get to walk. It's hard.
That's part of it. I also think part of it is that like there's so much snack and dessert and food around us that I never feel like I have to grab something or I won't be able to get something later.
Yeah, that is true.
And I feel like, when you're in the Midwest, you're like, well, I'm at Meijer for the one time this week, and if I don't buy 2 bags of chips, then I guess I don't get them this week. And it's like, you're gonna buy them.
That does make sense.
So that's like, at the beginning of the pandemic, was that like did you feel that in terms of your snacking? Like, did you miss out on opportunities to go out? Were you buying more stuff in bulk, or were you just like kind of letting it like, I don't know, guess I'm not getting chips today?
My sister was living with me, so
Oh.
yeah, I was shopping for both of us, which was hard. I had to like plan everything. She also eats weird stuff, so I had to like get her weird stuff.
Weirder than you?
No, just different. Like she eats very specific ramen noodles,
Oh.
But she likes to like mix peanut butter into them to make them like peanut noodles.
I've actually heard about that.
Yeah. Also, my dad, there's that moment where it was like, there's gonna be no food, and so he like sent us a bunch of stuff from Amazon. So we had a ton of like little peanut butters and like tuna. I don't know. He was like, just in case.
Peanut butter and tuna.
Yeah, and he sent me like a bunch of beef jerky.
It's all come together. Your eating habits are starting to make more and more sense.
But I think I was pretty disciplined at the beginning of the pandemic because I got really into like macros and like the like vitamins, trying to eat the right number of vitamins and everything.
Okay.
And so I was like charting everything every day.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Which like I kind of enjoyed, but it doesn't. You can't do that in your daily life. Like, I'm too busy.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. That's for like stay-at-home moms.
Yeah,
who don't do anything.
And if you do it too much, I think you get weird. Like, you don't want to think about your food that much.
No, I 100% agree. Like in college, I tried to like count my calories for a while, and I was like, I would just still eat whatever I wanted. I just feel worse about it. I was like, okay, this is pointless.
I think it's like a good exercise, but not for your life.
Yes, agreed. Okay, so back to the chips. You're feeling fancy. Number one, the kettle chips, specifically the folded over themselves kettle chips, are snack number one.
But really, my ideal. So lately, when I walk home, my snack has been, because I like to get a snack while I'm walking home.
Yeah.
Like jalapeno lime Ruffles.
Wow, that's a bold flavor.
They're so good. They're the best.
I've never tried them.
Dude, they're amazing.
All right, I'll give them a shot. I am the person that's like, oh, that's a weird flavor. I'm gonna try that.
They have a basketball player on the front. I don't know who it is, but it's so good. It's great. They're amazing.
Jalapeno lime. All right, I'll give that a shot. So that's number two, or is that just like the new kid on the block that you're obsessed with?
The go-to. So like if I walk into a bodega, I'm probably gonna go jalapeno lime.
How often do they have it? I feel like I haven't even seen these.
Yeah, but you're not looking hard enough.
That's true.
You need to be looking
I don't know what
for
to look for. Yeah.
If there's any new kind, like a limited edition flavor, gotta get the limited edition flavor.
Okay.
Because I need to know.
So you are a true connoisseur.
Yes.
Okay.
And I also really like the like snack mix that's like pretzels and corn chips and Cheetos and yeah, because then you get like, it's like a snack in a snack because it's a sample of many things. That
is a very good point. So where
is this the worst episode you've ever recorded?
I don't know.
It's just
maybe
the stupidest thing.
It might be the stupidest.
I'm
not gonna go so far as it being the worst. So where do you buy these, like, in terms of neighborhood? Because when I was in Bushwick, I noticed a different selection of snacks in, like, the bodegas in, like, the poorer areas of New York versus where I'm at now, which is a little more ritzier. It's all kettle chips.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, I used to be able to get, like, ho-hos and zebra cakes. Now I can't. Now I can't find those if someone paid me to. Yeah.
Oh, that is. I'll send you a list. I know the places.
Okay.
I went to college. I think like any sort of large chain store will always have a large selection of Lay's chips, like Duane Reade, Walgreens. But really, the bodegas up by where I live just stock a good selection.
Okay. Which neighborhood are you in?
Oh, I'm in Harlem. I'm in 142nd.
Gotcha. Do you walk home from the West Village?
No, but I usually take the train.
I was like, that is wild.
I either take the train to 145th, but then it's like a 12-minute walk.
Gotcha.
Or 135th, which is like a 10-minute walk.
Yep.
And I get a snack all the way.
Nice. All right, so official hierarchy, we're going kettle chips, jalapeno lime.
Yeah. But actually, take the kettle chips off. Take those off. They're out of that top spot.
Wow. Okay. So jalapeno lime is number one.
I think so.
Currently.
Except any new chip flavor, which I will try.
Yes. I'm never going to count that as number one. Okay. Because you've never tried it before, right?
Sometimes
You
you have to
gotta
put
pick
the
a favorite.
unknown.
So what's the historical favorite? Like if you were like, you get one chip flavor until you die.
No, I can't. No, don't make
The
me,
thought of it.
don't make me choose between my babies.
Just
Oh,
chips. I'm not even
no.
saying you can't do pretzels or
Oh,
popcorn.
I do love popcorn.
Like just chip. Which one are you going?
Maybe the limon chips. I really like those. But
The
they're in the same
limon
land as jalapeno lime. They're Lay's chips. They're like in a green bag.
And it's okay.
They're like lime flavored.
You just like
Which
the
might
weird
be what
flavors.
limon means. I'm not sure.
I think
Or maybe that means
limon is
lemon?
lime or lemon. I think it's both.
An alliance.
Yes. All right. So what about? So then, where do chips rank in terms of like popcorn, candy, all the other junk food? That I want to say that you can find at a movie theater, but also that's kind of like it's a little narrow.
Because at a movie theater, I just want popcorn.
Gotcha.
I'm like a popcorn at the movies person.
What about a soda?
Yeah, I like a cola.
Okay. All right.
I like a soda. But then I always have to pee because I get like a giant one. And I drink
Right.
so much soda that I can drink all of a giant one pretty fast.
Holy shit.
I drink so much soda.
I can too. Well, I can drink a giant one super fast because I don't drink soda. It's like, oh my god, I missed this. I loved it so much.
Lately, instead of coffee for breakfast, I drink a Diet Pepsi.
That can't be good.
I don't know. It's not. My teeth are all falling out.
First you stain them and now they're falling
I have
out.
so few teeth. It's bad.
What? You have great teeth.
I'm missing 3.
What?
They're in the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the dentist was like, listen, we're just gonna
Wow.
take them out. And
Hey, if that's all Indiana took from you.
I would say, so chips are high for their travelability, portability.
Got it.
I really like Smart Food popcorn.
That shit is so good.
Yes.
It's got the right amount of seasoning. That's a big thing that people don't take into account with their rankings is how much seasoning is on each chip.
Yeah, when there's like a low seasoning one in the bag, I'm not eating it.
The worst.
I don't want that garbage.
I will eat it. But I'm not going to be happy about it, and I'll try and eat it first. Which is also why like I would have to put Cool Ranch Doritos ahead of some other chips that I like more, just because you get the one chip that gets like completely flavor blasted, and it's the best thing you've ever had in your life.
Goldfish.
The flavor blasted goldfish.
Those are good.
I do love those ones.
Also, wait, are you a Cheez-Its or a Cheese Nips person?
It's not a
Yeah,
fucking
Cheez Nips
animal.
are vile.
Who eats cheese
I
nips?
don't know, they're awful.
That's-
They're so puffy.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Everyone who eats cheese nips is afraid of the vaccine.
And Cheez-Its
I
are
can't
so
be friends with them.
crunchier.
Yeah,
The extra toasted Cheez-Its?
I'll fuck with those.
Oh, you should try them.
Oh, yeah, I will. Yeah. What about white cheddar?
No.
What?
No.
They're so good.
No, I don't like it.
That's so you like jalapeno lime ruffles, but not. Okay, see now we're getting into this. This is the hypocrisy that I wanted to find.
And I have tried almost everything because I just like to try whatever like I haven't tried. Marketing campaigns work so well on me when they're like, "Oh, it's limited edition."
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I don't even like Lady Gaga, and I ate the Lady Gaga Oreos.
What are the Lady Gaga Oreos?
Oh, they had pink cream, and it was like vanilla Oreo cream. It wasn't good.
Haven't they had those forever? They just didn't have Lady Gaga on them?
Sometimes they do like thematic Easter Oreos, and those I think would be pastels.
Oh, interesting. How many different types of Oreos are there at this point?
Oh, the ones I've tried. There's. I know there's.
I assume you've tried all of them.
Java chip.
What is that? Coffee?
It's like, yeah, it's really good.
Wow.
Those are really good.
That
ones.
would be good. Anything coffee cream would be pretty good.
Regular and double stuffed.
Sure.
With double stuffed being like infinitely better than regular.
Yep.
Regular is just bad.
It's. You need a drink with it. You need milk, something along those lines. But I do agree.
Carrot cake.
Carrot cake.
Not great.
And I'm not
Didn't
a
love
fan of
it.
carrot cake in general.
Cinnamon bun.
That would be
Wait,
good.
is that real?
Is it real, or did you? Do we
Wait,
have to send this to Oreo?
I might just want that.
Okay.
No, that one's not real. I know there's red velvet, which I don't think I've tried. Because I can't buy a bag of Oreos. Like, you can't get little servings of
I
Oreos.
know. They've got mint. They have chocolate.
Oh, the s'mores ones are great.
Oh.
The s'mores ones are really good.
Interesting.
Peanut butter cup and also peanut butter pie. They're different.
Are they?
Yeah.
How so?
I haven't tried either. Coconut cream.
No. See,
Yeah.
what is the point of all these flavors? Who's buying all these flavors that wouldn't just buy like regular double stuffed Oreos? But you would buy regular double stuffed Oreos.
Are there key lime Oreos? There should be.
There might be.
I feel like there. Well, no. Here's the thing. I wouldn't buy regular double stuffed Oreos because I just want to buy the new thing. I just want to try the new thing once. And I feel like all of them are just gimmicks to like get people like me to buy them. And then if we love them, like I love the limon chips.
Yeah.
Then, or not the limon chips, the jalapeno lime. Though I think those are here to stay. They've been around for like a year.
So you're like keeping the snack innovation industry alive.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I'm very important.
How much money would you pay per year to have access to like Lay's testing, chip flavored testing segment of their company? I don't know. How much money would you pay per year to be able to test every single type of chip that they think of?
I honestly think they should pay me. I think I should be making
Well,
money.
they should pay you. Yeah.
This was something I was thinking of doing,
like,
just ranking chips. Can I make a TikTok where I just eat chips?
Yeah.
Do
You
have
can
one
make
like
a TikTok that can do anything.
Because I was going to make one about art, but that's too much work.
It is a lot of work.
And I really like chips.
Chips that would do well on TikTok. Do better on TikTok than on this podcast.
And then maybe this is going to be your last episode.
Last episode ever. No.
Wait, if anybody listens to this podcast who's connected to the chip industry,
Yes.
let them know.
Hit us up. Bianco wants a job.
Unorthodox chip, coconut chips.
What?
Good.
You're making shit up.
Those
at
are
this
good.
point.
They're like coconut, but it's like cooked and crunchy.
What?
Delicious. I'll get you some.
What about plantain chips? Speaking of fruit chips.
But I don't like bananas, and they're a little close to bananas. So I like it. There's this one kind where they're like cut up and kind of mashed together, and that's the best kind because there's like air in it, so it's crunchier as opposed to just slices.
Oh, interesting.
I can also get you these ones so you can try.
Yeah. We might need like a snack smorgasbord.
Yeah. A charcuterie board?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got like 3 individual chips of every flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bring it to the club. We'll have like a whole party down there.
You get the audience in on it. Then the waiter, the server that night's like, no, they're not buying drinks. Oh, we'll make them so thirsty.
It will make, yeah, definitely. I mean, once the audience has bought tickets, you can like kind of get them to do whatever you want. Like, were you at the show where I paid some lady $10 to go tell the comics in the back to shut the fuck up?
No, but that's really funny.
Oh, the comics in the back were not happy.
Really?
I know. I was like, this is the funniest thing ever. But it was also like, I also gave some dude $5 to like move up because it was one of those at Greenwich where like everyone was in the back, and I was like, all right, you guys are gonna move up, and I offered him money. But the lady that like, it was just one of those where like everyone in the back was like telling jokes and having a good time and like just yelling, and I was like, hey lady, I'll give you $10 if you go back there and tell them to shut the fuck up. And she goes, yeah, no, please. She was like excited to do it. She goes back there and she goes, hey, yeah, the comic on stage, he wants you to shut the fuck up. And I started dying laughing.
That's so funny. Did she take your money?
Yeah. No, it was awesome. And everyone, like, my set for the rest of my like time was really good because everyone was like, oh yeah, this person. And then I went back there and like everyone was like, the fuck was that? I was like, what do you fucking mean? The fuck with you? Like, you guys were shouting back here.
That's
fuck
stupid.
you guys.
That's so funny.
That's what I thought. But anyway, my point is like, you can get the audience to do whatever. When you're on stage, you're like, all right, I'm going to hand out a bunch of bag of chips. As long as they're not open, they'll definitely
laugh.
eat the
Sometimes
chips.
I can't get them to laugh. Sometimes there's one thing they will not do.
It feels bad. It's because they're hungry.
So this is actually, besides chips, the most common snack that I get
Yeah.
is blueberry muffins.
I love the blueberry muffins from bodegas that have like the crumble on
Yes,
top of them.
that's the right kind.
Oh my god.
And the big
So
crumbles,
good.
right? Not the little crumbles. The big
The
crumbles.
big crumbles.
Yeah, and they all come from the same place. This is something I try to make a
Yes.
joke about this. I think about it all the time. Where do these muffins come from? Because they go to every bodega, and they're delivered on a different schedule. Like, I know the blueberry muffin schedule for all the bodegas by me.
Really?
Yeah, well, I forget sometimes.
Do you have them for the East Village? Because I hate it when I grab one of those and it's stale.
I don't have it.
All right. Might have to do some investigation.
But yeah, because like I'll eat a corn muffin, but blueberry muffin, and I'll eat the other kind of blueberry muffin where it's just like little. Because there's another.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are two kinds of blueberry muffins in New York City.
Yes.
Basically, there's a kind that's like in a normal muffin cup, and then it's got these big, thick. I'm looking at. Do people watch this?
Yeah.
Okay. It's got like these big, thick crumbles on top, and then that's the good kind. And then there's another kind that's like a little taller, it's a little thinner.
Yeah.
And it's paler. And it's got like light little crumbles on top, and it's adequate. But it's not.
Nobody wants a dainty muffin.
It's not the same.
Give me the big ol' honkin', like, this is gonna be 600 calories of pure sugar muffin. It is, like, I will, so like every once in a while I get a salad for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime I get a salad for dinner, I'm like, I'm getting this muffin just to counteract the salad.
You deserve
I can't be too, I can't be too healthy. The other thing that I really love that Graham Cooper, former guest on this podcast, fucking hates are those giant cookies, which I'm pretty sure come from the same place as the muffins.
I don't. They're too buttery sometimes. They give you like a weird butter taste in your mouth.
God,
I just realized I have
it.
lotion on my jacket.
You what?
Because my legs were really dry, and I'm wearing a skirt, and so I had to lotion up my legs before I left. But I think I got lotion on my jacket.
Ugh.
That's so gross. I wear black all the time because I spill so much food on myself.
You know what? That's smart. I have
Very
never
smart.
understood why you wore black all the time, and now I get it.
It's like turned into a personality, but I really started out as like I would spill too much food on
Well, that was like having you and Keanu. You couldn't go back to back on shows.
Yeah.
Because it's like we got Scary Lady 1 and we got Scary Lady 2.
But we're different. I can't pull off.
Oh, you're very different.
I can't pull off sex jokes at all. I get very uncomfortable.
You get uncomfortable or the audience gets uncomfortable?
Both. It's like a team effort. I can do it. Like I'll do them every once in a while, but like I haven't written a sex joke in like a year.
Wow. Yeah. No, I kind of feel that. I don't really have any jokes about me having sex.
Yeah.
Nobody is like they didn't come to a comedy club to picture that with me. Like I'm not weird enough looking that it's like hilarious. The idea of me having sex is hilarious, but I'm not attractive enough where anyone wants to think about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I
feel like
go
I'm
about
kind
it.
of in that pocket. I also just think there's some
Midwest
things-
hates.
like girls talking about sex is just a different vibe for the audience. I think. Like,
Yes.
do you know Igor Martinez?
Yes.
When he talks about sex, me and Riley Lassen. Oh, this is a good example. Riley Lassen versus Igor Martinez. Actually, no, because Riley has the same energy. Like we were watching him host last night, and when he does sex jokes, he feels like just the like funny uncle.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
who's like a little dirty, but not really creeping anyone out.
Right.
He's just like
He's
he's
harmless.
with other adults.
Yes.
But when some women do sex jokes, it's like, oh, what's happening? Not with Keanu though, because if she feels like she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I mean, she's just so vile. people are like, oh man, this is not even sexual at this point. I just like want to see if she's gonna get killed under a bridge at some point.
But like Riley, I guess is the same way. Like she feels like it feels very safe when she talks about sex because it doesn't feel real.
Because she's so goofy about it. Yeah. Like, just the word she uses, all that. It doesn't feel real is exactly how I would put that, and that's a compliment to Riley. Like her set is very, very good. I'm not trying to judge her set in any way.
No, I think with some comedians it just feels too loaded when they go into sex material.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to work something out here, or you're very worried about what the audience, think of that.
Right.
And it makes but with both of them, it's like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah, right. Now, how many bits do you have about snacks? None about sex.
I tried to write a bit about the muffins, but it was just a treatise on the muffins.
Yeah, wait, what is this muffin bit?
It's nothing. It was just, I don't know where the muffins come from. And I wrote like several pages on where do the muffins come from.
So it was like a fever dream, less than a joke.
I try to write an hour a day, but it has made...
That's a lot.
I'm getting more
you.
jokes, but I'm also getting a lot more things that are just nothing. Because I'll write on it for an hour and be like, is there something? And it's just like, no, there isn't.
That is the worst feeling.
I think there was a section where I'm like, do you know the Muffin Man? Do you know the Muffin Man?
That's exactly where my brain went.
It was just nothing. I mostly, so with those muffins, because sometimes I'm not hungry enough for a whole muffin.
Oh.
So I eat just...
You can't really save them.
I eat only the top of the muffin.
I will also do that sometimes. Or if it's stale.
Yeah.
You just gotta get the crumble off of it.
But I'm really messy when I do that. And yesterday, like, I was walking to the Grizzly Pear, and I was like, Eli, do I have muffin on my face? And he's like, yeah, it's physically all over your mask. It's like, it's everywhere.
Oh, man. Well, that was kind of the running joke at the club for a while, is like, you always had fruit on you. That's the other type of snack that you have. And it was more of a joke on Jesse because he didn't eat fruit and was like 1 month away from scurvy. All of us were pretty sure. And you would like feed him grapes like he was like your little duckling, where you're like, you need your vitamin C, Jesse.
He did wish me a happy Mother's Day.
Oh. We'll see if Chris Ryder and I get a happy Father's Day.
You've raised him so
well. Man.
Yeah, because I feel like
he's in a better place now.
I get hungry, and if I don't have a snack on me, I'll get like a unhealthy snack. So I try to like bring healthy snacks, so I have that, and I'll eat those first, and then I'll get an unhealthy snack.
Yeah, that makes sense. So how often do you eat meals? Like, are you just kind of a snacker? Because like, if I get like a large bag of chips, like you said at the beginning, I will eat the entire thing.
Yeah.
So what I try and do is have 2 giant meals a day, so that I never want to snack. By the time I want to snack, it's like 11 p.m. and I can kind of stop myself from doing it.
I usually eat a pretty big dinner, but I snack a lot during the day because I have like a weird schedule because my work is like intermittent and at weird times.
Interesting.
So like I'll like go for a run and then I come back and eat some protein and then I do that stuff. So I snack a lot. Oh, you know what's a great snack? Smoked salmon.
Wow. I would have never guessed that. If you gave me 100 tries.
Like after a run, some smoked salmon.
Wait, where do you buy your smoked salmon? Like, are you going to like the Jewish deli and like getting a smoked fish and bringing it home? Like, where are you
that was
getting
the face
these?
At like whole fish. That wasn't the face of Jewish people.
Good clarification.
I can't wait for someone to find this podcast, but I actually get canceled for the way I pronounce limon.
Yes, for sure.
No. So if I'm feeling fancy, there's this fancy Morton Williams that's by my boyfriend's apartment, and it's got like these smoked salmon like chunks, like peppered smoked salmon, and that's amazing, but it's really expensive, and it's like 1 serving, so it's... I like to go to Trader Joe's and get their everything but the bagel smoked salmon.
Yeah.
Because it's like more reasonably priced, so if I eat it all in one sitting, I don't feel bad.
Gotcha.
And it's quite good.
That sounds like a meal to me. Like if you were like, oh yeah, I had a whole fish. It's like,
but it's
so
not
that
a
was
whole,
lunch?
Like I think of it calorically, because like maybe that's like 25 grams of protein, so it's like a good post-run snack.
Right.
But it's only like 160 calories.
I see. So how do you parse out your snacks in terms of like your day to day? Like, do you have specific times that you're like, I'm gonna start snacking like post run, and do you have a certain amount of snacks you allow yourself per day, or is it truly just random?
I think I snack a lot more when I'm out and about. So if I'm home, I'm eating like small, they're like snacks, but they're more structured. Like, oh, now's the time I'll eat some carrots, and now's the time but if I'm out and about, then it's just like, I fancy a muffin. This is so boring. I'm so boring.
No, you're not boring. We gotta figure out how to make snacking fun.
Snacking's pretty fun.
Because it is like, you know, it's not as exciting as like Keanu's OnlyFans or whatever. But that's not
it's
relatable.
More exciting.
I think everybody is like, fuck. And everyone still listening to this right now is like going to get snacks
If they made it
after this podcast. Yeah.
Oh, you know what are great snacks? 2 great snacks.
Please.
There are these single serving cheesecakes.
Oh my god.
That they sell at. I've only found them in a couple places, and they're like Greek yogurt cheesecakes.
Okay.
So they have some protein in them, so they like fill you up, and they've got a little bit of fat in them, and they're so good.
I'm picturing you have like a full Excel sheet with all of the different snacks and where to get it. And it's just, does this all live in your brain? How do you?
Yeah.
What?
I think I could have been something. Like I could have used this for so much.
I mean, you could have used this to work at Lay's and try all of their different types of chips.
I do think I should make this TikTok so that they send me chips.
Yeah.
I think that's the end goal.
There you go.
Lay's sending me potato chips.
Hey.
They're so good.
I'm glad this podcast could do something for you. Show you your future in TikTok.
Oh, you know what's a really good snack or place to get snacks?
Yes.
Go to like what's it called? H Mart.
What is that?
H Mart is the Asian food store.
Oh.
Really any Asian food store, but there's just an H Mart near here. And just like get some random snacks, and you can't really read what they say, so you've got to guess off of the pictures. Or you need to get like 3.
What if there's just like a cartoon cat on it?
I'm like, let's do it. If it's in the like crunchy snack section,
Got it.
let's do it. The thing is, there's a lot of seaweed in Asian snacks, and I don't like seaweed, so you've got to get like 3. And you assume you'll actually enjoy one, but you get to try all 3.
See, that's a lot of adventure for like, at least when I'm getting a snack, it's like, I am so hungry, or I'm like craving something specific, as to the point where like, I think the time that I'm willing to try snacks, road trip. That in my mind is the big, like, there are no rules. You can eat whatever you want. You can drink whatever you want. You're on a fucking road trip.
Yeah, you know, you can drink anything. Whiskey.
Yeah. Bush Light.
I was trying to think of other alcohols. That's really what I drink.
Nothing better than a driving Bush Light.
Oh, Indian?
And so when we drove out to Denver, it was the 3 of us in a car. So like one driver, it was like a 26-hour trip. So we all did like 8 hours and some change.
Oof.
One driver, one passenger who slept, and then one person in the back who was just getting trashed on a 30-pack of Bud Light that we had bought. And then it's like, so whoever drove last didn't get a chance to get drunk in the back because they were going to have to drive. But it was also 16 hours later, so we got in a whole fight about that. But
were you the one who drove last?
No. I drove second to last.
That's a good slot.
It was a good slot, yeah. But anyway, I feel like you had something to add on the road trip thing.
I shouldn't road trip that often. And also, I don't like it when I make my car messy.
Well, yeah, that's why you get like a bag of combos. Or like...
Combos are the most disgusting good thing.
Okay,
they're good,
I was
but
about
they're
to fight you.
like
I was about to turn this off right now.
Like with the, because it
So
is
good.
cream, but it's like pizza
Is
cream.
it cream?
I think
Is
it's
it like
cream.
I thought it was like a cheese. So like when you get like the Ritz cracker with the cheese in the middle, I thought it was like a cheese.
There's no cheese in that. It tastes like cheese, but that's not cheese.
I don't really care, to be honest.
The buffalo ones are really good. The pizza ones are my favorite.
I do love those ones.
Oh, and I like the honey mustard ones.
So honey mustard, hands down my favorite snack of all time. If I had to eat one for the rest of my life, are those honey mustard and onion Snyder's like pretzel piece things that make your breath smell like you got out of hell. Like the worst breath in the world. I could eat 10 bags of those things. All I would need is just like a glass of water. I don't even like pretzels. That's how good those are.
Yeah, they're not pretzels, because pretzels are dry. Oh, soft pretzel.
I love a good soft
Love
pretzel.
a soft pretzel.
So if you get a soft pretzel, are you going sweet, like an Auntie Anne's, or are you going salty, like at a baseball game?
Well, if I'm in Central Park, I'm going salty. But if I'm at an Auntie Anne's, I'm probably going cinnamon sugar, but bites, not a full pretzel. If I'm going full pretzel, I'm going salty. But if I'm going bites, I'm going sweet.
So is a donut a snack or breakfast?
Depends on when you eat it.
Fair.
And your intentionality. Snacking's all in the mind.
It's gonna be the tagline of this episode. So, what kind of donut is your favorite? You going for a cake donut or one of the puffy yeast ones?
Okay, well,
Or you go in the muffin?
I do love blueberry. Even the Dunkin' Donuts blueberry muffin, I really like. Because it's like crunchy.
I would never
off the
go.
top.
Who gets a muffin at Dunkin' Donuts?
Try it. It's crunchy because it's got so much sugar on it.
All right.
It's pretty good.
All right.
Why do I know so much about this? It's because I try everything.
Yeah. I'm convinced at this point you just wander around New York just trying every snack that you find.
I do that. Oh, I have a new one, but I'll do that in a second. I really like the ones that have frosting in the middle, not like a cream, like a frosting donut.
Okay.
Because I just love frosting. It's one of my favorite foods.
Gotcha.
But also I really like the yeast ones, just like a glazed, or not yeast, a glazed like tight one, sourdough.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Nice
You're
tight donut.
No hole. I want a disc. I want a flat disc. Have you ever had a sour cream donut?
That sounds amazing.
It's so good.
That does sound really good.
You got the donut pub.
I do love sour cream.
Yeah.
Not a good snack.
Not a snack.
Not a snack.
No. If I ever see you just eating sour cream, this is over.
But
I'm
you
gonna
can
delete
eat it
these
on
episodes.
a potato, which could be a snack.
No. A baked potato is a meal. That is not a snack. I refuse.
What if you get it from Wendy's?
That's a meal.
Without chili.
That's a meal.
Sans chili.
Who's doing that?
I can see myself doing it.
Oh my god. All right, so you had one last
Two
two.
more snacks.
Yes.
Snack number 1. A 4-pack of McNuggets with honey mustard and
Not a snack.
snack.
It's a meal.
Snack.
It is literally called a kid's meal.
Too little. No fries. No accoutrement.
Is that a snack?
No, that's a snack. That's a snack. Because I'm not getting that as a meal. If I'm getting a meal, I'm getting like an 8-pack and some fries.
So a
And a
meal is
beverage.
just okay.
A meal has accessories.
So now we're okay. I can't argue with that.
I'm making more and more rules about
I thought snacking was in the mind.
Snacking is everything.
Everything could be a snack.
That's true. I tried these candies for the first time, and they're
High chew.
no, but I do like some high chews, but also I think they taste like wax.
Oh, I love a high chew. Because we didn't have them growing up. I like bring them back to Michigan for my dad. Like
There's
crossing
Amazon.
state lines. No, it's got to be New York bodega authentic.
Yeah, it's got that flavor. It's like the water. It
Yeah,
that flavor.
exactly. If it doesn't have the dust of a bodega from over the last
If a
4
cat
years,
hasn't slept on this high chews.
exactly.
It's these candies, which like, everybody's probably had these before, but they're like tamarind. They're just tamarind pulp, like tamarind, possibly a fruit. I suspect it's a fruit.
I think tamarind.
And it's like a ball,
Wow.
and it's covered in sugar,
Huh?
and they're amazing. They're so good. They're the best. But if you eat too many of them, you get sick.
All right, so let's wrap up on this. 3 snacks or candies that I have to try next.
Okay. Well, I think you've got to try the jalapeno.
The
lime chips.
jalapeno lime. All right, so that'll be
Definitely.
number 1.
I mean, I'm obsessed with these tamarind candies. They're so good.
All right, so number 2.
Not it feels like weird to be like, I'm obsessed with this candy. I really enjoy.
Hey, we all
this
got our
candy.
things.
It's quite good. But not. I don't like the tamarind straws. It's got to be these specific ones that are like the fruit pulp.
Good note.
Oh, you know what's just really good? We haven't brought it up at all. I want to take a pivot because I do eat a lot of weird fruits.
Okay,
Do you eat dragon fruit?
I have had dragon fruit.
Sick snack. Incredible snack.
Oh my god.
Such a good snack. Love dragon. When they were in season a couple weeks ago or months ago, I don't know. And they were at Trader Joe's, and so I bought a ton of them. I ate only dragon fruit for like 3 days.
Wow. Well,
So good.
you're never gonna get scurvy.
Wait, do I want to amend that?
I was gonna say, are you seriously making dragon fruit the third thing that I need to try?
I'm tempted to. Oh, this is so hard because it's the last slot. I eat a lot of weird snacks. Give me a genre. Because
Well,
blueberry muffins were already
we have
up
a
and down.
chip, and we have a candy.
Mhm.
So like a popcorn, a pretzel, but you're right, muffin we've already
The little
established.
cheesecakes are quite good.
I don't like cheesecake.
talked about my sushi snacking preferences.
That's not a no. We're not. That's not a snack. That's a meal.
No, this is a snack.
That's a meal.
Oh, you know what it is? You gotta go to Essen. This is a hot food bar recommendation.
Okay.
But you can eat hot food bars as a snack if you get little enough. You gotta go to Essen because it's just very international.
Oh my god! I
And
didn't
they've got
think
all.
this
You can
podcast
get
would upset me so
a
much.
dumpling, and then some mac and cheese, and then you can get
All right.
kung pao chicken.
So for the last snack, I need to get a meal.
Yes.
This is what you're saying.
Yes.
Got it.
A snack sampler.
All right. Well, if that doesn't sum up this podcast, I don't know what does. Where can people find you? This is going to go out on Monday the 17th. So you're running shows now.
Yeah, you can find me at the Grizzly Pear on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. The Tiny Cupboard on Saturdays at 7:30, and in any snack aisle near you. Also on social media.
I was going to add, if you bring a snack to the show for Anna, I don't know, what will you do for them? Let them in free?
No.
What if it's a snack you've never had?
Oh yeah, if you can bring a snack that I've never had, I will definitely let you.
There you go.
But I've had a lot of snacks, so it's a gamble.
So good luck.
So you might have to pay $7 to $10.
I think they should give it a shot.
Listen.
All right.
Shoot your shot.
Grizzly Pear, Tiny Cupboard. You don't have a podcast, right?
No.
Okay. Follow her on
TikTok.
Yes. Follow her snack TikTok. And then, yeah, where can they find you at social media? It's just at...
Yeah, it's at Anna King Bianco on everything.
Okay. I'll put it in the show notes for me. TikTok, Instagram, at Corey T Comedy, all that kind of stuff. Twitter, I'm still posting on, even though nobody goes on Twitter anymore. But anyway, thanks for doing this. I appreciate you coming over between shows and just kind of putting one together for us.
Thanks for having me. I just thought of another snack. Listen, you'll have to see the person to hear about this
Wow,
snack.
all right. Well, if that doesn't get people to come to the show, I don't know what is. All right, I'll talk to you soon.